right, 7 seconds. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we give all honor and glory and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakabodash. I also want to give double honor to the elders and apostles that great millstones who teach His truth and sincerity, and also who well. Peace and salutations to the whole elect that scattered four corners of the earth, which you so-called Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the true Israelites that's coming out, that elect nation of Israel, and dealing with so. All right, this is our brother Yawanathan from Great Millstone, Detroit, and this is just basically the land back in my 2 cents that I want to add to the Elder Manat Zakba. When you see, you know, it was like a 2-part clip how, you know, Esau is talking about the so-called, you know, skin color, skin complexion, however you want to phrase it. And then another 2 Jakes that was talking about, you know, the history of how Jake and the Israelites became like the Gentiles, the history. All right, so I'm probably going to entitle this Esau hurting, you know, because his truth is coming out, man. And, you know, you got that saying in the world, the truth hurts. But hey, man, this is just, you know, the punishment of what you did. The history now is getting revealed, and is getting pushed. You know, when we go to school, yeah, they'll give us slavery, but you didn't see the real issues being pushed, or, you know, you know, everybody was comfortable. But now, since this truth and the Hebrews and the prophets are on the scene, now Esau's getting uncomfortable. And they'll read a few scriptures, nor Greek or Jew, because, you know, we were Hellenized, man. You know, Slovakia. But, you know, we get into history, and once you expand upon it, you start to really point the fingers who really did this, you know, because this thing is not for everybody. And it's not just the black thing. When you look at some of the members of other other Great Millstone camps and GMS, you'll see some members that'll probably look like another nation. Okay, got a beautiful brother in Chicago, you know, great brother. He looked like he could be, you know, the so-called white man, but his spirit is with Jake. The scriptures say, try the spirit by the spirit. And by history, you understand that, you know, you don't know who we are. Our curses was that Israel will be scattered in the 4 corners of the earth. Okay, so let's grab that one real quick. Let's get Matthew the 13th chapter. You start at 24. This is Matthew 13 and 24. It says, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which soweth good seed in the field. All right. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his ways. All right. So that's the parable about the wheat and the tares. You know, they look identical, but one is useless and one you can actually do a lot with. You know, make bread, so on and so forth, you know. And now it's like, you look at it in the real sense, because when you get into numbers, you know, 1 and 18, that, you know, the seed comes by thy father. So you might have somebody that look like Andrew Tate, or Yellow Wolf, one of my favorite rappers. You know, they look like they could be heathens, but their seed are from Israel. So that means that they're Israelites, okay, because the seed doesn't change. But, you know, that also can go on the opposite. You know, a so-called enemy can lay with a black woman, but he's still a terror. He's still a heathen. You know, it goes by the seed of men. All right? So it's not just a black Hebrew thing, man. It's for the Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But we're going to have Israelites that look like other nations, man. Okay, so you know, that he was getting into, you know, or a Greek or a Gentile because of what happened to us. And then he brought out the Maccabees. Where we had to take on the ordinance of the heathens, you know, or else we'll be put to death. Because, you know, after the fall of Alexander, you know, and his other generals, they were actually running a ruckus. So it was a point where we forgot who we were, and then we had Paul coming in, you know, telling us you don't got to be, you know, Gentiles anymore, because Jake was waking up, you know, because they were Hellenized. Now, like, look at today's society, because things repeat itself. We were Americanized. We were following the philosophies of this place. You know, brothers want to wear suits and ties, want to have lineups, so on and so forth. Gotta have a driver's license, a social security, you know, so on and so forth. But this man, bro, you know, you just mad because you know something bad is about to happen. You know everything is flipped, and persecution and blame is all pointing towards you. That's why, you know, I brought it out in the video yesterday that Proverbs 11:1, that a false balance is an abomination, but a just way is his delight, right? So now you're seeing that the spotlight and everything is coming back towards you. That heat, that heat, that, what's the word I want to use? You feel it coming. You feel something is coming. All right, that you guys are the devil. All right, and that's what you get, man. That's what you get for being a hypocrite, man. So let me grab this one. Romans 2. And I'll just start. 16, and it reads, this Romans 2:16, and the day when Yahweh shall judge the secrets of men by Yahweh shall Mashiach according to my gospel. So actually I don't want to use that one. Let's just go to the book of Luke, because things is going to be revealed. This is Luke 12:2. And it says, where there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. So now we know, you know, we're starting to get the full, through the scriptures, the full history of what you done to the nation of Israel, man. Now it shall increase. And when I was waking up, to be like, you guys are the devil, you did this, you know, so on and so forth. What does the book of John 10:10 say? Let's grab that. How do you like that? It tells you, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. You guys are thieves, though. You guys steal, and you guys kill and destroy. You stole this land from the Native American Indians. You know, you JOOs are trying to put a front on saying that you guys are the chosen people, which you guys are not according to the scriptures, because, hey, you guys said that you never lost your identity, but the scriptures still say otherwise. So, you know, who someone's lying. Alright, so let me grab that one real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah 17. And 4. And it says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. And that kind of sounds like the so-called Israelites, man. You know, you guys said y'all never forgot who y'all were. What we do, we be called by bywords and proverbs, niggas, Negroes, Afro-Americans, you know, spics, wetback, the list goes on. Okay? And it says, going back to John 10:10, says, this thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Man, y'all destroyed the whole order, the ecosystem of this place. Everything that you guys get involved in, y'all destroyed. The air, polluted. Food, like GMO, you know, medicines, that is really poison. You know, everything that the Lord tells you to do, you do the opposite. Alright, but you guys are nothing but hypocrites, man. And I wanted to bring that Romans 2 out, but not timing. But let me grab another one. I just had them to sing for you. Let's just bring this one out. Because this shows that this is you guys that fits the resume. The wicked. This is Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges therefore of. If not, where and who is he? You know, you guys are the wicked, man. Like I said, this whole world, how everything's set up, you know, everything is just going in the same vibration as ancient Rome, man. You know, with your unrighteous degrees, you got your system, you know, your Congress, you know, we got our your Democrats and Republicans. Back then it was the plebeians, patricians, Slovakia. But regardless, when you look at today's society, everything is just going off. Because look at the wars that y'all are some bloody people, man. Y'all are some bloody people. Going all the way back to y'all forefathers came, man. And you just know that something as bad is going to happen. And back to what my man Esau was saying in the video, and I always say this all over and over. You guys do not read the book of Revelations, man. When y'all look at the Revelations, the 7th chapter, it tells you who salvation and who's going to be delivered. Yes, it's going to be the elect, but those are the children of Israel. It's not for everybody, okay? This so-called good book is also a bloody book, and this book is not going to be sound for everybody, okay? Not trying to be long-winded, but I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, and again, double honors to the elders and apostles at great men, so seeking truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. I want to close out, say shalom, and on to the next lesson.